All right, so this is going to be part two. I'm going to kind of go into what I've done as far as the business. And like I said in the other one, this is just what I've done. Everybody's going to be different. I've talked to lots of shop owners that have done it differently. I know a lot of shop owners have gone in and gotten huge business loans and hire a bunch of techs and advisors and are very successful. I have not done that. I'm not as much of a risk taker as your normal, well, I wouldn't say normal, but as some people. So I know some people are more calculated. I'm more calculated. I assess the risk and then make my decisions from there. Right or wrong, I don't know. So I ended the last video just talking about how I started the business and we're very client focused. So if there's an issue with a customer and let's say, something happens, I make sure they're taken care of. I obviously fix the problem, but I always go above and beyond and either give them a gift card, obviously apologize for the mistake and make it right. But I just do things extra on top of that just because I feel like when you make a mistake, obviously that's okay. I tell people all the time, we're all human, everybody's gonna make mistakes. But I just want my customers to be rest assured that if there is a problem, I'm gonna make sure it's taken care of. A warranty is only good as the company backing it up. So you can get a warranty, but if that company goes out of business, that warranty is no longer valid. So we also do things a little differently as well in our warranty. We have a 3-year, 36,000 mile nationwide warranty that we supply with every repair that we do. So that comes standard. We also do that on brakes, which is not normal as well. That's becoming a little bit more popular. Your dealerships are still 1 year, 12,000 mile warranty. A lot of your chain shops are still that 12 warranty. It's something that I adopted about 1.5 years ago or so, and it's been hugely successful. I've actually not had to use it very much, which is great, but the few times that we have had to use it, it's been easy. I've had a customer, I put a starter on her car, she moved to Texas 8 months later, the starter went out. She found a local shop there covered under the same warranty, which they're all over the United States. She went and took it in, got the starter replaced under warranty, no questions asked. And that was 8 months apart, and I'm in Ohio and she was in Texas. So she said it was super easy on her part. I helped walk her through it a little bit, but so that's been huge as well. One of the things that we have done as well is, I mentioned it in the previous one, we run our entire business on cash. We don't have any business debt, no loans. We did get a credit card because we were doing so many transactions, but I pay that off weekly. So that way I don't have to think about it. But because we're buying so many parts all the time, that we run all of our parts and transactions on that credit card, then I just pay it off every week. It's just easier to do it that way. And unfortunately, someone got a hold of one of our debit cards through our personal account. And so I didn't want that to be the case for the business account because it had a decent amount of money in there as well. So I started moving some things around for that purpose only. Let's see, what else? Some of the mistakes I've made when I first started the business, one of my biggest thoughts that I thought was that I was going to be the cheapest shop around, but give the best quality. And I learned real fast that is not possible. You can't be the cheapest shop around and give the best quality. You can give good quality as far as your work, and I did a great job as far as my work goes, but I couldn't give people the best parts. And I couldn't back up my work if a mistake was made because I wasn't making enough money on top of the job to have money left over to take care of issues like that. So I learned very quickly to start adjusting my pricing and increase my rates, but I also increased my value to my customers with that. Started using higher quality parts. Obviously, I started offering a better warranty. We tell our customers, because our warranty is nationwide, if something happens and we did some work and they go out of state and something breaks, and let's say they're driving on vacation and they're driving from Ohio to Florida, which is a big thing out here. They drive from Ohio to Florida, halfway there, we just did, an alternator, and halfway there, the alternator goes out. We're gonna pay for a hotel if they need a hotel. We're gonna make sure we get to a shop, a TechNet shop is the warranty that I have. We're gonna make sure they get to that shop to get that part warranted. We're gonna pay for a rental if they need a rental car. We're gonna make sure that they're fully taken care of. And I couldn't offer all of that stuff by being the cheapest shop around. So instead of trying to be the cheapest shop, I started focusing on being the best customer service shop. That's worked well for us. There's a shop for everybody, so I do have customers that are looking for the cheapest shop, and I just refer them out. I say, hey, listen, I'm not the cheapest shop around, I'm not the most expensive, but I'm not the most affordable either. So I'm in between there, but I also want to offer those services. So not everybody's my customer, and that's okay. So I'll refer them out to other people that I know that are more affordable, that aren't, trying to do that just want to get as many jobs in as possible, and I'll refer them out, and that's okay. That's what they're looking for. That's what that customer wants. That's fine. My customers are looking for basically what I'm providing. They want the trust, the honesty, and the everything else that blankets that as far as the customer service side of things. I'm trying to think of like some other mistakes because, gosh, I seriously have made lots and lots of mistakes throughout this business. Oh, shop manage system. So in the beginning, I was super cheap on my shop manage system. I went to a training. That's another mistake I made. I wasn't doing any sort of training. I was watching a YouTuber actually who was on a podcast that's called ASOG Podcast, and it's Automotive Shop Owners Group Podcast, and they were talking a lot about this stuff that I'm talking about, and that's how I got hooked up with that, and that's how I started learning a ton of this stuff. So I went to a training event that they were talking on that podcast, and that was way out of my realm of comfort. I went by myself without my wife, which I don't do basically anything outside of my normal day-to-day stuff without my wife. If I go on trips or anything, my wife's always with me. We do a lot of stuff together. So we've been married for 14 years now. So that was just way out of my comfort zone. Doing anything like that training, I had never done like business specific training like that. And then going by myself, not knowing anybody, that was out of my realm of comfort, but it was life-changing. It's what changed my entire business around. It's how I learned, to start charging appropriately, but also being able to offer a lot of these customer-friendly or customer service focused things that we do for our customers. So I'm not the greatest with words, guys. So hopefully you're at least learning some stuff with this. And like I said, these are some of the mistakes I made that I want you to not have to make. So, and in the beginning of your business, you don't want to run your business out of fear. And that's how I was running my business. I was making decisions based off fear because I felt like I had to take every customer and get every job because I just needed to get money in the shop. I don't do that at all now, and I turn down a lot of work. I turn down more work now than I took in when I first started the business. And so that has been a huge change as far as my mental status, and then also my stress. It's so much better. I'm not nearly as stressed. I'm still running the business, so I'm still stressed, don't get me wrong, but I'm not nearly as stressed as I was when I first started the business. So that changed my outlook, and going to that training, I got hooked up with a lot of people, the networking, just getting to know other shop owners and know I'm not the only one struggling, and taking management training and technical training. It was huge. It was awesome. And then since I got hooked up with the ASOG podcast, they have a Facebook group, and then I won a scholarship to go to vision training in Kansas City this year, at the beginning of the year, and that was huge. And so, these are just some of the things that I've learned. So hopefully it's not too much rambling for you guys. If you have any specific questions, please throw them down in the comments. I'm going to make this video shorter than the other and definitely under 10 minutes. So throw them down in the comments. Ask me any questions. I'm happy to answer. I'll try to do the best that I can as far as that. Like I said, I hope it's not rambling, and I hope you actually got something out of it. So appreciate y'all. Take it easy. And if you want to start your own business, just do it. But here's the thing. If you're not fully dedicated into starting your own shop, and you're kind of like, you just hate the shop that you're at and you'd rather be a tech, then find a good shop. There are good shops out there. And what I worry is that so many techs are already leaving our industry, and then the few good ones that still are in the industry leave because they're at bad shops and start their own shops. Well, we've already got a tech shortage, and then the few good ones that are left leave and start their own shops. Well, then there's no techs for us to hire, and then we have a bunch of one-man shops. So my goal is to grow this business and grow this shop to eventually get to the point where I'm not in it every day, and I can't do that without great techs. So if it's not something that you're 100% sold on, then find a good shop. Find a place that's looking for good techs, that's willing to pay you well, give you the freedom that you want, pay for your training, treat you like a human being and not just a cog in the machine. So anyways, yeah. So take it easy. And like I said, if you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. See you guys. Thanks.